Rabindranath Tagore was an Indian polymath, poet, writer, playwright, composer, philosopher, social reformer, and painter. He reshaped Bengali literature and music as well as Indian art with contextual modernism in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Author of the profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful verse of Gitanjali, he became in 1913 the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. The Living and the Dead by Rabindranath Tagore. Kadambini is a widow with no child who has an incredibly close relationship with her brother-in-law's son. A deep affection develops between them, as strong as the bond between a mother and son. But one night, Kadambini suddenly dies. The family calls for 4 Brahmins who take her to a temple where her body will await ritual cremation. But that very night, while her watchmen are out smoking and looking for firewood, her body stirs. Kadambini awakens from death and walks out. Having come back to life, Kadambini finds herself in a strange in-between. She wants to return home but tells herself that she is not alive and knows she would not be welcome to return. She realizes that even though the living fear the dead fear the living as well. In her wanderings, she is found by a man who believes she comes from a good family and wants to help her get home. While Kadambini does not think she can return home, she asks the man to take her to the house of a childhood friend, Yogmaya. The man complies, and when Kadambini arrives, Yogmaya is overjoyed. Kadambini offers to work as a servant in her house, but Yogmaya refuses and invites her to stay. But that time, Kadambini stays in Yogmaya's house is strange. Increasingly, the house is visited by ghosts. The Kadambini herself feels like she is dead and cannot enjoy living in her friend's house. After a period of time, Yogmaya gets fed up with Kadambini's presence and demands to know why her husband has not questioned Kadambini living in their house. So, the husband embarks on a journey to Kadambini's family house to find out why she isn't living there. What he finds out is that Kadambini in fact died. Yogmaya does not believe it, but late at night, while the two are quarreling about the matter, Kadambini comes to confirm that she did indeed die. They kick her out of the house and Kadambini returns home. Her brother-in-law's son is glad to see her and she finally feels alive again. But everyone else is petrified of her presence, begging her to leave the boy alone. Kadambini tries to convince them that she is alive, but they refuse to believe it. Finally, she throws herself into a well in the country and dies there. It is only by dying that she was able to prove that she was alive.